Anna will come here.
Yes, I told her, but she told me she busy now, and she thought in the late week, late month, she will join with our class.
I told you, that's why I asked, oh, Anna can join us because she said she's busy. And especially at night, the more that she will be busy. Okay, so what did you remember about paradox of our times? You did not send your homework about the lessons. So now, before we're going to do the dialogue, I'm going to ask you, what are the lessons that you have learned in your life from the moment you were young until now?
I think we have many paradox in our life. And I just think about one paradox really interesting with me is when I was young, I have a really strong, but and when I become older, my healthy really low, and maybe at that time money pretty much, so I can't use money for to support my health that time, and that is the biggest paradox in my life. I think so.
So, do you think that your health right now is not good?
I think now my health really good, and I hope it's still good in the long time later. Yeah.
So, why did you say that it's one paradox that you know that when you were young you're so healthy, but when you are old you become unhealthy, and therefore you need to prepare for it and work hard to earn money.
Mm.
So I'm thinking that maybe you're not healthy right now. Are you sick?
No.
People nowadays are very sensitive when we talk about sickness because of the virus. It seems that hospitals are just catering about the viruses. What other paradox or lessons in life that you know you have learned, Gam? Because I think that thing about health, it cannot be applied to you right now because you are still healthy. Am I right or am I right? So what are the lessons that you have learned?
I don't have any lesson I learned from Paradox. Maybe
No, in your
now
life.
I can't remember.
How about in your life? Nothing also?
Mm,
You didn't learn anything from your life?
yes.
Oh, you should begin again.
I can't realize. I can't realize one lesson paradox at the moment.
You cannot.
Maybe that's relate to the health and money and time. That is the most uh, thing in my life.
Money. Money again. I think every
Money.
day you really mention money.
Yes.
Hey, it's not about the money, money, money.
Money, healthy, and time uh, are the thing really important, and I think think about them every day. I think so.
Money and health. And of
Health
course,
and
family.
time.
Hmm. Okay, so we have here a dialogue about paradox of our time. So what we're going to do is we will do the dialogue and we're going to talk about the things that they are talking in this dialogue, okay? So of course you will be the male, you will read the male part, and I'm going to read the F, female parts, okay?
Okay. Yes.
You need to read that with emotion, with feelings.
Okay. Look at the figures. Our divorce rate is skyrocketing.
What's going on, do you suppose? What has happened to our society's values?
I think the paradox in this situation is nowadays the younger people have many opportunity and time to understand about other person, and I think they also
Really?
yes, they also have many time and trained better than other generation before. But when they get married, they also to and the finally they also to have to divorce. Maybe there are many reasons they can offer, but one thing we have to understand is the rate of divorce really high year after year in our society. So I think that is the paradox with the life of the couple in at the moment. I think so.
Paradox.
Mm.
So you believe, Gam, that people today have a lot of time to know each other? Are you sure?
Yes, yes. I
Hmm.
think when I in my case when I know my wife nowadays, I have a long time when I became a label with her, and we had about 3 years for understanding about other people,
Hmm.
and we have many apps on smartphone for keep connecting, although we live far, really far in a short time. So that's why I believe we have many time and many occasions for understand other. So I don't know why the divorce really high when I compare with the divorce of my parents. I think so.
Okay, but I don't actually believe in you. Maybe we're not really busy because they said that the word busy is not actually true. Because if you really want, you can really find time. But some people they want to act busy, and that's why some of the people their reason for having divorce is that they don't have time with each other and they grow apart from each other, right? Because when you are in a relationship, you need to have a close relationship and you need to be together all the time. So maybe in your case, Cam, you don't have any problems because you have your own business and you can work in your house. But how about those people who need to go
Mm,
in faraway places?
yes.
So some people when you believe that when you are far away, the more that you are going to miss others and the more that you're going to have feelings with them. But on the other hand, some people say when you do not see the person, the lesser you will miss them and then later on you will not feel anything. Which of the two do you believe is true?
Mm,
Is it difficult to think? So the first
yeah, I
one,
think so.
the first one, they believe that when you are far, the more that you're going to miss your loved ones. And the other one, when you're far and you don't see your loved ones, you will have lesser feelings towards them.
Mm, yes.
So which one do you believe?
I don't think so. Without some people, they living in another country, I think that's the distance really difficult. But in my country, when I live in the north of Vietnam and my lover living in the south of Vietnam, I think that's not problem. We can easy to go with each other people really easy, and I think the fee really low.
How about the other countries? Not only in North and South, in United States, Canada, New Zealand, like that. So that's your defense, come that you can always find ways. Okay, let's go to the next.
The you read on me?
Yeah, May, you're you're M,
Mm,
M, you're M. The
Uh,
problems.
okay, what's going on? Do you suppose what has happened
Uy, I
to
already,
our society
stop,
values?
stop. I already read that. This is
Yes.
yours, the M. The problems
Mm,
seem to be related.
okay. The problems seem to be related to how rich we've become collectively.
What's the
Ooh.
connection? What's wrong with you? But what's the connection?
Uh, I think very very hard.
So this is one of the reasons they said why divorce is skyrocketing because we become rich
Mm,
or wealthy. Do you think when you become rich, divorce will also become high? It's one of the reasons why divorce is skyrocketing or increasing because people are getting richer.
mm. In my life, I saw many couple when they was really poor. They uh, they felt really happy because the wife and the husband also focus on the job, and the main target of them is how they can earn a lot of money and don't care about any other thing.
Mm.
And when they become richer, in their life appeared many problems. For example, the husband, when they become richer, he's used many money in the bar club, and he have many other relationship, or maybe with other girl. And at that time, I think there are many problems appears when they become richer. And in my case, I don't believe how many money you earn not either reason or not either cause to make appear many problems. But I think the problem is they don't keep uh, in touch with the wife or husband, and that is the main reason to make many problems in their life, not depend on rich or poor. I think so.
Richness. So you
Mm,
mean that the number one key to keeping the relationship is communication?
yes, I think so.
Okay. So how about in your case, because you and your wife are just at home, do you usually talk
Mm.
together?
Yes, in my case, I can felt really different when in the first time when I start with my own business, and now. And at least now I maybe I earned a lot of money than before. So in my
Rich.
life, maybe richer than before. So in my life, sometimes I also feel really hard when I want to talk something with my wife.
Mm,
And many times when I have maybe I become richer, so my thinking maybe larger than before, and I have many other choice when me and my wife has some problem. But I think that's either the cause to make mm, our distance really far when we don't have any occasion to talk about the private, talk about other thing, and especially I don't have many time to hearing my wife want to say, and maybe that is the main reason to sometimes I felt really far between me and my wife.
So come, there is this belief that because in our society and also in Vietnam, I think we are the same. Like we believe that the man or the father is the head of the family, and so the man needs to go out, right, and to find a job and look for money to feed the whole family. So do you have this feeling in you that I should be the one who should decide on anything, or they should follow me. My wife, and my kids should follow me because I am the one who's looking for a job. Do you have this kind of like feeling with you that they need to follow you because you are the one who's looking for money in your family?
Maybe in the first time, my wife and my kids also, I think they have to follow me in the first time.
Mm.
But in the long term, when they don't receive the focus or the from me with them, I think they have to change their feeling. And at that time, maybe my position in their mind not important as in the first time because I focus on my job really a lot, and I don't have enough time to take care for my family. So I think that is the problem, and that's pretty normal if I don't take care about that. I think so.
Mm. So before, right now it's okay because I guess you stayed at home and you have a lot of time to your family right now. Is it true? Or you
Yes.
don't? Do you? And now that you have a lot of time, do you help your wife do household chores and do you play with your kids? Still no.
Not depend on how many time, how many my free time. Every time I also really lazy when I can't to support my wife in how work.
Mm.
So I think so.
So it means that even now you don't have the time to
Uh,
support your wife.
yes, now I have a many free time, but I can support her and anymore. And I think the most I can do for her in a day, maybe in the every afternoon, I take my kids to go out for exercise.
Wow. Exercise your kids? Oh my goodness. So
Uh,
early for them to exercise.
yes.
But how about before, Tom, when there's no COVID? What's the activity that you do as a whole family to have bandings?
Uh, I think when the COVID still not here, with other moment when I don't not depend on how many free time I have. I never support my wife in my in how work. Uh, I think so.
Oh my God. Uh, Do you know, Kam, my father is also like that before. So before I was the only child, and then my father do not really help inside our house. But then when my mother
Mm.
gave birth to my baby brother, my father was the one who cooked food during his free time. So my father
Oh.
worked outside, and she also cooked food. Because it's
Mm.
so, it's according to my mother, it's so difficult to take care of a baby. That's why you need to
Yes.
support your wife.
Okay. In my case, I remember from the time I got married to now.
Mm.
I thus supported my wife 2 times,
Mm.
and all the time I when I cook for her some meals, she also have a uh, colicky, colicky.
What's that?
Tức là, she have some problem with her stomach when he eat my food, and
Oh
that's
my
why
God.
I never. That's why I never want to go cooking for her. because I think my meal really terrible. I think so.
OMG, what are you putting? What are you putting in your cooking ka? My goodness. Yeah, but I guess it's
Uh,
I think you're lucky, Cam, because your wife understands you. And
mm,
I learned the word lucky today in Vietnamese. So the word lucky in Vietnamese is mai qua, right? Mai qua.
I think I'm really lucky when
Mm.
my wife really good up in my house, and I
Yes,
don't have to take care a lot. Yes.
that's really true. Because some of the families, their problem is that the wife do not know how to put the house in order, right? It's one of the problems.
Yes. Mm.
Mm. So you're so lucky. Congratulations. And now let's continue. Let's read. What's the connection? But what's the connection?
Um, I think the it depend on the other people when they think about uh, when they put a lot of considering in their family they have some ways for keep connect with the wife or husband, and in my case sometimes I try to spend a little time for asking my wife how she feeling or how she had some problem, and I think that is the good for we can more connect, or at least I can spend many time for take care of the kids. So that easy to make her feel happy and to keep connecting between me and my wife. I think so.
I think that's a good move, Cam. You should like ask your partner if your partner feels okay or if your partner has a problem.
Mm.
But then there is a problem for women. When you ask them, they will say, "No, it's okay. I don't have a problem." But deep inside, they have a problem. Is your wife like that? Like your wife is not expressive. Like she cannot express or say what she wanted to say. Because most women are like that.
I think the woman after got married, they have a many things to make. They have a to concern, and think with her is how the husband to make her feel peace of mind.
Mm.
For in my case, I think the quantity of money I spent really important to make my wife become peace of mind. Because when she feel enough money for she can pay or she can support or take care her family, she also feel really funny and really peace of mind. And that is the most important thing to make fun or become peace of mind. And I think money is really important. That's why.
Yes, so you need to work hard and become a
Mm.
successful businessman. So we have here a sentence come, well, if a woman doesn't have any income of her own, then she's completely dependent on someone else, her husband. If it means that if your wife doesn't have any work or doesn't have any income, she will be dependent to you. And it means
Yes.
that your wife is trapped, so it means that no matter how bad the situation is at home, even your wife wants to separate or have divorce, she cannot do it because she feels trapped. She cannot go. Do you think that this is true to all women out there who do not work? They feel trapped. They feel that they're not free or they don't have freedom.
I think so, and it depend on each family. With my family, I think my wife really good at when they stay at home, and although they can go out or they can good at in some job, and when she feel really stressed with the house chores, she really want to go out for finding another job. She feel the life in the family really stressful for her, and I understand that. And sometimes I try to ask her to stay at home and support me because I really need her. And uh, I think I'm really lucky when she can understand our main problem, and she also agree with the time and many other things. She also stay at home for take care our kids. But in my opinion, I think every money or every result nowadays we had also from the main reason is my wife. And when I understand that, I think I can easy to control my behavior and never and every time I also to respect with my wife because I understand she is the main and she is the most important person in my family. And when she stay at home, that's important because to make me peace of mind, and I have a many time for focus on earning money. I think that is the best way to our family become rich than before. I think so.
So you have to give peace of mind to each other, right? I think that's a good idea, and I think that's one of the best things to do. You have to give each other your peace of mind. But what if one day come your wife will tell you that she wants to have her own income and she wants to work?
Yes, I think there are many times she want to go out and for she feel the useful, and at least she don't want dependent in her husband. I think so, and I think that's pretty normal in with every people, and I have to at that time I think I have to look back my behave with my wife, and maybe in some reason I made her feel sad, and that's why she want to go out for earning money for her. I think
Oh my God, you make your
so.
wife feel sad. Okay. What happened to the internet cam? Okay, Cam, are you still there? Okay. So let's have here. We have here in the female said, why should cleaning up and taking care of children be solely the responsibility of a woman? If the wife works, why can't the husband share in the division of labor at home? I think we've been talking about this division of labor for how many times, right? Come?
Mm.
So in our previous lesson, we've been talking about that the woman and the man should share housework. But in your case,
Yeah.
do you agree or disagree?
Mm, what thing I can agree or disagree?
Just choose or. Agree or disagree. Just choose or. You cannot agree or disagree on this matter. because
I still understand.
you are just thinking that I'm lazy. I should disagree with this. The
Mm,
man, the man should do as many housework as the wife does
uh,
at home. Equal.
mm, mm. I don't think so. I think maybe the lazy is the main reason when I don't want to do anything in my house. But I think ex people also have a point really strong, and they just good at in this point. For example, in my case, my wife really good at when she can stay at home and take care everything really good. And in my case, I feel really good at when I go out and earning money. So that's why I think I don't want to share about house chore with my wife because I'm not good at. And I want to spend many time focus on the thing I'm really good for earning money, and my wife have to focus on the thing she really strong, like stay at home. So I think that's the equality for each people. I think so.
What? What a very good excuse.
Yes, I
Okay.
can understand the meaning because I hear many younger couple when they show up with other people, they are really modern. But I
Mm,
don't think so. Maybe in this time, the man can support or share the house chore with his wife.
mm.
But I think anyway, uh, try to spend the time for the thing we can the best we can do the best is the most important, and that's is the best way to make every job become higher effective. So that's why I don't think mm, share the house chore with the wife is the best is the best case. And of course, if you want to do something in their house, you can share, no problem. And but it's not the equality or not equality. I think so.
It's not what you think is equal.
Mm,
So you mean that we should not force everyone to work in the house. We should not force people like you. I do understand your what you're trying to say, and yeah, of course, I will respect your opinion if that's the case. And you are right. We will be very good actually if we do the things that we're really good at. But I think it doesn't also hurt to sometimes help, especially with the light works, right?
okay.
Okay. So, and we have here come the last one. So it says here that if the woman is trapped and if the woman doesn't have work outside and only focuses in the work inside, the woman will lead a lonely and boring life at home. And then dote on her husband when he finally decides to show up, no matter how late it is or how drunk or even just tired he is.
Mm,
So, in this kind of situation, like the man is working outside and the woman is working at house all day long, what do you think about this situation when the man arrives home drunk?
so mean is the man stay at home and the woman go out.
No, the man just go outside to drink,
Mm.
but the man doesn't help inside.
Mm, um, I think maybe I want to show my case. Um, every time I spend my every time uh, for the in my job, and I go out normally every day. But when I come back my homes, I feel my house really clean, my kids really clean, and the food already on my table. At that time, I feel really happy. And my I have some couple of friends really close. Husband and wife also go out for working and earning money. But when go their home, I feel really empty. When everything in their house really messy, the kids uh, may really dirty when they still not bath, and don't have any person can take care their kids, and the time uh, after day in the end of each day really that's either terrible times in their house because the husband and the wife really tired and they don't want to do everything in their house. So and the best way is they have to go out and to find some food in restaurant. So I think that's not a life. That's a life I don't want, and
That's
I
not the
want.
life that you imagined.
Yes, I don't want a life the same, and I
Mm,
want. I have a person in my back for take care everything in my
mm.
house, and the main problem is earning money. I will do that, and that is the best way uh, for me. I think so.
Yeah, I got your point, Cam, and I do believe in that. But I'm just laughing because I remember that there's a meme. You know what's a meme, right? There's a meme on the social network that most of the time men look for women who knows how to wash the dishes, who knows how to cook, knows how to wash the clothes and clean the house. So they're asking, are they really looking for a wife or they are looking for a house helper? You know what's a house
Uh,
helper?
yes. Yeah, yeah, I
Yes,
understand. I mean,
yeah. So,
yes. Many times I think the same with the idea when I feel my wife really is keeps happy. I think
mm,
so.
mm, it's like that. So,
Mm,
that's why many people right now, or I think many women are hesitant to like get married because they are afraid to be trapped inside a house that they cannot do whatever they wanted to do in their life. So they
mm.
think it's a wrong thinking.
Anyway, I don't think so. Because when I think the most or the best benefit my kids can receive the mother is the time when they can receive the take care from their mother. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best benefits when my wife stay at home,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want my kids feel lonely when they come back my house, and
Yeah.
that's the main benefits I want to do with my kids. I think so.
I do understand that because maybe we talk about before, like we already know a long time ago in traditional way, the very first reason why people create family is to have kids, right? In traditional way. And so the family is really designed to have a father and a mother so that the mother will be left at home to take care of everything. But now everything slowly, no, not slowly, but rapidly changing. It's very quick because women right now, they have their pride and they wanted to be treated as equal to men. And now there's a lot of problem with teenagers. And I guess I don't know if
Mm.
you will agree to that that there are many confused teenagers right now. It's because they don't have the proper guidance of their parents.
Yes, and in my case, I think when my wife stay at home and take care everything so good, that's also to put in my mind. many chats because I have to try more time and try with my best for to earn a lot of money, and at least I want to be improving myself or my skill
Mm.
better than before for for I can earn money, and I want to thankful with my wife by how many by the money I can earn for her. So, and with the younger couple, when the wife and the husband also go out, I think sometimes they really lazy because they have to net income,
Mm.
uh, husband net income and wife income. So that's why sometimes they don't want to try because they believe if the salary in this month may be low than before, but they have also another income. So that's why I think they never work with the best effective. I think so.
Yes, I guess that's correct. So, by being honest, do you think that women should just really stay home and not work?
Mm.
I
Maybe
believe that.
when my daughter more grew up, at that time I will ask my wife to go out and find some job for she can do, and at least I don't want she feel lonely in my house. So, but now my our kids really little, so I
Mm.
really need her support. Yes.
I believe so because I really know a lot of parents who are both working and they really like leave their kids to their grandparents. For sure, grandparents really love their grandkids, right? But that the care of a mother is really different. And if the kids know that their mother is there to support them, so I guess it's when you decide to like get married, you have to make sure that as a husband you really have the ability to provide everything for your family, because the problem is why would the mother decides to work is because they feel that the earnings of the husband is not enough or cannot suffice the family's needs. So that's the time that the wife will decide to work. So you're so rich, Cam. You're very rich because your wife don't need to work. Right. Let's go to the question in here. The internet. Number one, how are divorce rates related to social wealth?
Mm, mm, uh,
Are you running, Tom?
yes, I'm still running every morning.
Now. Are you running right
No,
now?
no.
Okay. How are divorce rates related to social wealth?
Um, I'm not sure, but I also have to go out and not depend social distance.
Oh, the question. How are divorce related to social wealth? So it means that one of the reasons of divorce is because our society is getting richer and richer
Uh,
collectively.
divorce? I don't think so. I think when we when we are become richer, mm, we easy to enjoy with many service in our society. And at that time, uh, the uh, our mind will more open and easy to accept with a new thing. Um, and we have many occasions to meet with each other, and that's also we have to compare with my wife or my husband, and I think
You go to husband?
the wife and husband, and I think the boring and the boring is the main reason to make a couple become divorced. I think so.
Mm. No, they mean here that as more as the society is getting richer, it means that more and more people needs to work harder, and that includes the wife and the husband. So it means that if they both work outside, they won't have any time, and the band that they have before will slowly grow apart because they have the goal to become rich.
So the mean is the time they spend for each other really low.
Yes, according to the dialogue.
Hmm. I don't think so.
You don't believe that?
Um, yes, I can offer one example. In the Japan, the Japanese they have to they just want about 17 minutes a day for talking or see husband or wife, but the
Mm,
rate of divorce very low, not high
ah,
than Vietnam. So I think it not depend on how many time you spend your wife or husband. I think the main reason is
yeah.
another.
You don't know the truth. Hey, I have a lot of Japanese students, and the
Hmm,
owner of the owner of my school before is Japanese family. They are
hmm,
running the business. And so in Japan, actually, it's okay for them to have, what do you call it's okay for them to have another wife without having a divorce.
hmm.
Mm. I don't know if you have heard in Korea, adultery is allowed. When you say adultery, the man can have another woman if he is, even if he is married. So in some countries, if you are married and you have a woman, you can go to jail. But in Korea, they have a law. If you are caught that you have another woman, you cannot go to jail. So we cannot expect that the divorce rate will be higher. It's because they have this kind of law. It's okay for them for men to have another women. And for Japan
Yes.
as well, it's okay for men to have other women without having a divorce. Mm. So, divorce will just increase if divorce is not allowed. Maybe if divorce is like a rule or a policy or a law in your country and adultery is not allowed. Do you understand?
Um, no.
Adultery, okay, adultery is the act of a man to have another woman even the man is married.
Oh, yes.
Right. So, in other countries, adultery is not allowed.
Yes.
If you are caught that you have another woman, you will go to jail. Do you have that law in Vietnam?
No. In Vietnam, you definitely divorce, and after that, you can find another woman.
No, it means you are still married. You are still married. You are not divorced. You are still married, but you can have a woman.
Uh, illegal. I think maybe.
the reason why that we cannot see the divorce rate in Korea and Japan, it's not
Okay.
higher than other countries
Okay, I
because
understand.
you understand? Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
Or you just
Hmm.
say you understand? Let's go to
So
number.
I maybe I will to move to Japan and I want to become Japanese.
You want to become Japanese citizen. Let's
Yes.
go to number two. Does one's answer to number one depend on one's perspective in one way? So, is it depend on your perspective in number one? Depends on how you see things, or depends on your opinion. I think this question is very easy and no need to ask. Of course,
I don't know about no one.
number
I can
one,
find the
question
no
one.
one.
No, number
Uh,
one. Question
okay,
number
okay.
one depends on your opinion.
Yes.
Of course, I think they don't need to ask this. Okay, so let's proceed to number three. What is the economic argument for women staying at home and playing a traditional role?
I don't understand the meaning.
Economic argument. So economic
Yes.
argument talks about all the cultural, political, and intellectual activities. It means that if women stay at home and play a traditional role, does it affect the economy?
Uh, uh, I'm not sure about that, but I think in the Japan, almost a woman stay at home with the traditional rules. So Japan is
Japan?
the biggest, yes, is the biggest economic on the world, and that is the really good example for every people to look at. I think so, and I can't to offer my opinion in this situation because I'm not sure about that.
Good. Do you think in Japan, if that is their tradition, that you said that all women really stayed at home, and then their economy is really strong. So
Yes.
you mean that it's all because of men? Why
Yes.
economy is strong?
I hear a story about the small community of Japanese in Hello Capital.
Hanoi?
Uh, yes, and almost a wife of Japanese wife have to stay at home.
Mm.
And if in community to find out another wife go out for fighting or working outside,
Mm.
they really hate that people, and I think they have many bad uh, feeling or uh, bad treat with her
Treatment.
when treatment when she go out and she don't take care her house for support her husband to uh, do outside. I think so.
You mean they gossip about the woman?
Mm, yeah, gossip.
Gossip. That's bad. Okay, Cam, so for the record of our class, so what do you think are the things that couples should do to keep their marriage intact or to last long?
Um, I think too difficult for me answer this question because many times in my past I also feel really difficult for me when I really want to keep in touch with my wife,
Mm.
and maybe I'm not people can understand about that, or I think the best way we try to do talking with other people. Maybe that is the best way.
Talking with other people?
Talking with the wife or
Ah,
husband. Yes.
yes. So do you think how long have you been married to your wife, Cam?
Uh, what?
How long have you been married to your wife?
Uh, how long have been married?
How many years? How many years have you been married? Two, three, four, 5 years?
I don't remember. I don't
Oh.
remember. I
How
just remember
long?
I got married in 2012.
8 years.
2012. Yes.
Oh,
Mm,
I
8 years.
knew. So do you think in 8 years you already knew your wife?
Already knew.
Already knew your wife? No. The past tense of no is knew.
Mm. Uh, I think I I never know about the woman because they really secret, and that's to make the man really interesting with the woman. And in my case, I believe and I never believe one man when they talk about they really understand about his wife. I think so.
Oh my God. So I think so. It's really true because also our attitudes change, right? So
Mm,
maybe when you knew that your wife is like this, like that, but maybe later on your wife will change.
yes.
And they said that you have to accept everything, every changes, because some people, when they have divorce come, the reason is that because they have different behavior and different attitude. That is the reason of some of the couples. But I think it's not a good reason to have divorce because you have
Yes.
different attitudes. Because in the first place, you already know that you have different attitudes and characters, right?
Hmm.
Why did you marry each other?
I think every woman also changes their behavior really fast, and the man can't understand about that.
Yes,
Mm,
because the number one trait of women is being impulsive. So when you say impulsive, women easily decide on something but easily changes it
yeah.
also. Okay. So Cam, I hope that even though you didn't tell me what you've learned about your life, how about in
Mm,
business? What did you learn about business?
about paradox,
Yes.
um, let me think.
Let it go.
Ah, I think in my business, the time I thought uh, our relationship between me and my customer is the best relationship. That's also the time that relationship will die. And that's either the paradox I learned in my business.
Wow, that's very mind-boggling. I mean, how could that be when you think it's the best relationship and then it is not?
Um, yes, I don't know why, but in my past, I, I faced many same situation. And when I think at that time, I have a good relationship with my customer, but at a short time later, that will die. I think so.
So I guess this is one thing that everyone should learn in life. Expect
Mm,
the unexpected.
yes,
Oh,
maybe I put many expect on this relationship.
yes. And also in life, you have to prepare for the worst thing that would happen.
Mm, yes.
Okay? So, do you have any questions about the paradox of life and the lessons about marriage and life and business?
No, I want to change other type of nation. Maybe
Huh?
this really hard.
But you have to read that. Yeah, I already told you that we will change the book, and this is the last one.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
have to read that, Cam. Come, you have to read that. Read the dialogue.
Okay.
Okay? So
Yes.
that's it, and I'm gonna send to you the book on your Gmail or here in our Skype. Okay?
Okay.
So that's it for today. Have a good dream. Bye.
Okay. Thank you a lot.